All right, back at the shop. Got the transmission jack from Brian. Let me show you where we're at on this thing. All right, so Brian was kind enough to let us borrow his snap-on jack right here, TJ100. This thing is pretty stout tranny jack, super happy with it. Adam's breaking down the transmission and transfer case as we see right here. Are you gonna split these to pull them?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. It's a safety issue. A lot of extra weight that don't need to be on there. And in order to get the transmission separated from the motor, we have to leave the torque converter on the flex plate, so I want less stress as possible.
All right, good to go. So, and the whole reason behind this, and we talked about in the last video, is that this motor is seized up, and because it's seized up, we can't turn the flex plate to get the. Here, let's see why can't this turn up. Here we go. We can't turn the motor to undo the bolts for the flex plate, so we got to do it the kind of cheat way, and it's a pain in the ass. After diving into this motor a little bit more, Adam freaking draining the oil and everything like that, there's a whole lot of freaking water that was in this freaking motor. Like it was, you can kind of see some of the freaking nasty gunky. And the guy that I bought this from had recently changed the oil in it, put new spark plugs in it. And so, and I'm pretty sure both of us come up to the conclusion, fairly certain, that he was trying to hide that the motor was seized in this thing. So, it's just a suck deal that we're gonna have to deal with on this thing, but it's all right. We're freaking doing right by our customer. We're gonna end up taking the motor that's out here. Let me just walk right out here. We're gonna end up taking the good motor that's running right now inside of Copperhead here, because it's pretty much a stock configuration with our client that we got over in New York and everything like that. I already talked to him, informed him 100% of what's going on. Yo, apologize, I didn't know that that motor was freaking jacked up and seized. So we're taking the motor out of this. They're exactly the same motors. It's going into the Bronco. The Bronco motor, we're gonna end up tearing down completely. We're gonna probably end up stroking it, put a nice freaking cam in it, and that will go back in this thing, because this thing with the stock motor, it's not screaming the part, dude. This thing looks like a peppy awesome truck, and it needs a peppy awesome motor to go with it. So currently that is the plan for where we're at now, getting this motor out of there. Yeah, we got to do it, you know, relatively clean and make it nice, make it good for our customer here and everything like that. So let's get stuck into that. All right. All right, guys, so transfer case, we just took it out. Man, the thing is looking super nasty. We're gonna have to blow that thing all off and everything like that. Coming over here to the transmission, and the reason that we're doing all this, all right? So what we're gonna end up doing is this cross member, unbolt it from the transmission, get that up out of the way. We'll be then able to slide the transmission along with the torque converter off the motor, be able to pull the motor and get it all out. That's the plan anyways. Let's hope it goes to that.
A few minutes later.
All right, let me show you guys what we're facing right now. Okay, so we got the bolts out for the cross member here, radius arm. Okay, right here, and then bolts for the tranny freaking mount right down there. Pounding this out, it's not moving. And come to find out, if you look up here, there is one bolt here, one bolt there that goes up through the freaking housing, right up in here. I'm trying to get it right through there and to the top of the frame. Okay, so obviously, because of how they're situated, you have to lift the body to be able to access that and get them out of there. And that's not going to be a bueno. So now we're trying to figure out what we have to do here to get that cross member out of the way. Damn, what a pain in the ass. All right, we're going to knock our heads and see what we can find out. All right, so after some deliberation, Adam came up with our plan of attack. What we're gonna do, we're gonna drop the motor down. Well, we're gonna clean up all this crap on the ground, okay, because we're gonna have to be down there. Drop the whole freaking, not drop the motor down, drop the whole truck down and everything like that. We've gotta get the brackets here for the lift off these brackets. Unbolt these right up through here. Unbolt the radius arms so that we can slide these plates out of the way. That way the transfer case cross member can come out, all right? Our only other real option is to pull the whole front end of the truck off and pull the motor out that way with the T-case, or not, with the transmission combined to it. Both of us are not really into that option, because then you have to put everything right here with the body back together, line up all the body lines and everything like that, which is way harder to do than just doing what we're gonna do right here. Like, not saying that this is easy, but lining up all the body lines, making sure that we don't dent anything on the exterior and whatnot is the challenge, and we don't want to be jacking that all up. So we're gonna get to work freaking getting this thing on the ground, freaking get that stuff out. All right. What are you thinking over there, buddy?
Thinking I want to scream.
It's not backing off at all?
Oh, it's backing out, but I'm catching the firewall.
So
now that I have some room, I'm gonna try and be a little slick about it here.
want to sneak up in there?
I'm gonna see if I can't sneak up in there. Yeah, we get one's right here, one's right here, one's up top a little bit.
See, everything's so much easier when you got a body lift on the truck.
Yeah, we have a body lift. We've already done.
I mean, I guess what, the only other thing we can do is unbolt the motor, but we don't want to do that to freaking be able to tilt it up in the air more for the nose of the transmission to come down.
Might work.
Because just the big risk there is what, the motor shifting and coming out.
Yeah.
All right, so the plan right now, guys, with the Bronco is it's evolving. It's an evolving plan, all right? We're having a hell of a time getting the transmission separated. You know, we've got about, I don't know, who knows, maybe an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches. You know, whatever a little guy wants, you know, extra in their life. Well, we don't want that right now. And so we're having a difficult time shoving it back if we're hitting a firewall. So Adam just got done ratchet strapping the transmission up in place, and we're gonna lower it, put the cherry picker on the motor, unbolt all that and everything like that, and try to slide the motor forward with the cherry picker and hopefully get that separation that we're looking for. All right, freaking mission accomplished. Adam's a rock star, man. We got the motor out. Transmission's in the back there of the shop. Yeah, here's the motor. Clean up our mess and everything like that. Holy cow. She's free and clear. Serious pain to get this thing out with it being seized up. All this just so that we didn't have to unbolt the front body to get it out that way. But tranny here, out, separated, transfer case right over there. Man. End up blasting these off with the pressure washer later, get it all cleaned up. We'll have to clean out the engine bay on this truck. Freaking hit it with the pressure washer, clean it up so it can go. Then get that motor on an engine stand. Get Copperhead in here so we can pull that motor, do it all again. But that's gonna be way easier to do, so. But for tonight, that's it guys, we're done for the day, okay? You all have an outstanding one. Like the video, subscribe please. I'm tired, Adam's tired. We need some thumbs up, motivate us, all right? We'll talk to you later, have a good one.